Hey everybody, it's UGZProductions here, and welcome back to Let's Play Batman Arkham Asylum Part 14. In this episode, we are about to take on Killer Croc's Lair. This can be very tedious for first-time players, but once you get the hang of it, it's not so bad. So now what we're going to do is we will head over to this area where we're about to activate a cutscene, and I haven't done this in a while. And there's Killer Croc.
Oracle, I'm heading into Croc's lair to collect the plant spores Ivy spoke about. He's in some kind of old sewer network. Send me the schematics. It's like a maze down here.
There's nothing on record. Bruce, are you sure about this? Sounds like a suicide mission.
I've got no choice. I've tuned the scanner to detect the spores required to make the antivenom. It'll lead me straight to them.
What about Croc?
Croc's just an animal. And animals just need traps and the right bait. I'll be fine. I'll contact you when I'm done.
Okay, so you can't use the explosive gel because he's using that as like a bait. Because what Batman plans on doing is to collect the spores.
Support me, but we'll also send sound waves through the water, giving away my position to Croc. I'll need to move as slowly as possible.
Thanks for talking to yourself while I was talking. Okay, so like I was saying, what Batman's planning on doing is collecting the spores, and he's going to lure Killer Croc back to the entrance where he will knock him over into this water. That's why he planned the explosive gel. Okay, so this mechanic where you're basically having to walk on these wooden boards, what you have to do is that you have to walk pretty slow and silent, because if you're too loud, you will attract Killer Croc's attention. And you can tell by the little heartbeat sensor, like you have to keep your like motion sensor in between the two yellow moving lines. Sort of like lines you see on the road, you know, to indicate lanes. So you just have to be as quiet as possible, and like you can also crouch. That'll make you move faster and not have too much motion sound. Or you can just walk slowly. I'm just walking slowly during this playthrough. But yeah, and then you also have these little gate barriers. Basically, what they do is that they attract more attention because you have to climb off them and off, so that's more motion sensing for him to detect you, but that shouldn't be too much of an issue. So, also you have to make sure you're getting closer to where your meter's heading towards. So what you have to do is make sure you're not going the wrong way, because it'll tell you, and like the numbers will show up in red. And here is Killer Croc. What you need to do here is that when he comes up, you need to stun him with the batarang, and that's how you defeat him. You have to restart from the last checkpoint if he manages to catch you. Like there, it like alerts you that you're not heading the right direction. Then he also has his own comment. He shows up at any time. And you have to batarang the spores that are on the ceiling, and then you just collect them. And there's like 5 or 6 overall that you have to collect. The meter fills up pretty slowly, so that indicates it's a longer mission.
I'm going to need to find more.
Like this episode's about 19 minutes long. I'm sorry I haven't been uploading them much. I've been so busy with like life and school and all that, and I'm finally having a chance to record some. So that's what I'm doing, is I'm taking this chance to record. For audio recording, that is. And there's Killer Croc. He's behind me. And also there's this other type of barrier that he's at, that the only way you can access it is he has to break it down. So here is the second spore, and they're normally not too far apart from each other. And that's not the type of barrier. Here's another one, and I fell. But like I said, it doesn't make you restart it. You just have to. There's these checkpoints after you reach a spore, so it shouldn't be too much of a dilemma for you. Again, since I know he's coming up, I'm prepared, but this time he never showed up. It just depends. He'll probably show up very shortly. I so called that. I like how his animation is that he's like stunned of it. It's like it blinds him, then he just like falls down to the water. And there's another move that he can do, which he basically tries to attack you from under, so you have to run through a certain platform because he breaks the platforms. But we probably will not experience that move right now. We're not that far along. But that's the type of barrier saying that the only way you can get through is he breaks it down. And then there's the Spore. Then there's another barrier after this one. I'll probably die again, just saying. I don't have that much hope in myself. You just have to walk your battering. Okay, this time I meant lucky. And also what he does, he can trip platforms, and then if you fall into the water, it's basically like Killer Croc catches you. Oh, wrong way. Overall, I don't find this process, I think it's more time consuming than anything else. For newer players, it's pretty tedious, but once you get the hang of it, it's not so bad. That's the introduction to the move. There's still a couple more spores left. Like, this is the fourth one. There's 5 overall because there's 5 bars on your meter. To help with the cure. And then you have to line launch across this. That's convenient though. Now you have to backtrack some. And that's what I'm talking about, that he breaks all the barriers and stuff. Oops, wrong way. So, like, I remember when I first played this game, I wasn't too ecstatic when I reached this point. Well, I didn't like the intensive treatment part either, where you had to to knock all the henchmen unconscious and the gargoyles were baby trapped. This time he didn't move spot. That's helpful. So, anyways, we are about there. And he's running again. It just makes it faster to reach your destination. And there's a Spore up there, so just like knocked it down already. And then our main objective is to reach the starting point. As you can tell, the meter's full. So, time to backtrack.
I've got enough spores. I need to get back to the Batcave and formulate the antidote.
Oh, I get it. You've activated a sonar beacon down there. Clever.
Oracle, I'm getting out of here.
What about Croc?
He won't be a problem.
And like I said, you can't use the explosive gel. Then there's Killer Croc again. Then he has a couple more tricks up his sleeve on the way back. And I know I bet most of you are tired of this already. Just having to deal with Killer Croc. Don't worry, it doesn't take 30 minutes. This will only take like 12 or so. Like, experienced players, if they move fast, they can probably do it in about 8, but for the sake of the walkthrough, I won't do a speedrun. I'm just showing off the game's elements, and I'm basically doing like an 80% run. Well, where I'll do as much as I can as long as it's convenient for me. But anything else I won't really take the time to do. Like, I will go out of my way and do some extra stuff that I never did earlier. Like, there's trophies in the I don't even remember the medical facility. I don't even remember if I've done that yet, but either way, if I have, oh well, you've already seen it. If I haven't, then that's what's gonna come. Then there's also other guides online. It's not it sounds really lazy for me, but there's also some other guides online that'll help you use some of the Riddler trophies that you might have missed along the way. I've actually 100%ed this game. It's just that it's time consuming, and I don't have all the time in the world to do all this. So, anyways, we are heading to start, and Killer Croc trying to threaten us again. And also, as you've noticed, he appears more frequently once you have more progress with this. So we're about at the end of this, where it won't be too much of a big deal. It's starting now. You basically have to pay attention to the floorboards because you don't want to fall in the water, and you have to run because it's basically a time where he's just gonna break loose, all that. So there he is, traveling, trying to kill Batman. Batman's running through. Then you have to so now what we're doing is we're just running for our lives. We don't want our butt handed to us, and so then we're pretty much dead. Had a dead end right here, but because there's the gate's down. So wait, so now you have the explosive drill set, and then at a certain point you have to detonate it, and it'll tell you when. But yeah, you said now indicates that you have to press it. It's self-explanatory.
I will find you.
So now we're done with the Killer Croc sequence, and now our main objective is to go back to the Batcave, where we will formulate the antidote. Now it's time to upgrade. We don't have that much upgrades left. So it's like always, you get to choose whichever upgrade you want. But I like to do the combat ones. I like to do the health ones first, and then I like to do the combat ones, and then just do random ones. Some of these I will not earn because I don't care for them, and I won't unlock them because I don't feel like I need them. Like, in order to 100% the game, you have to, the fully 100%, you have to collect all the Riddler trophies because the challenges, and no, I will not do a challenge mode walkthrough because those are extremely tedious, and I don't have the time for it, and I was so frustrated with it. I might do a couple of the challenge ones, but for the stealth ones, but otherwise, no. Okay, so here's the Riddler trophy right here. Now that we have the line launch, we can collect.
Spikes in all locations. It's not good.
It's okay. I've got the mold samples. I'm heading to the Batcave to mix up the antidote.
Good. I tell you to hurry, but I'm sure you know what you're doing. Contact me in the cave if you need anything.
So yeah, we don't have too much of this game left. It's about time. I think I've already done this. I'm not too certain. Okay, I haven't. So, this is the 7th one on this walkthrough. There's 24 overall, and 23 of them are the actual statues, and the others are just. There's the one final one you have isn't even a statue. You have to get the other 23 first to unlock it. If you want to know what it is, you have to go to the penitentiary, and in the room where you found the guy.
How close are you to making the cure?
So long.
Close.
You have
it's been more difficult
basically you have to scan the floor. Anyways,
the
back to Batman.
Is slow, difficult, and doesn't produce much antidote.
And the good news?
The chemical will definitely stop Ivy. It may also reverse the Titan transformation. I need to run some more tests to be sure. I've set the computer to create more, but I need to get out of here and find Ivy.
Thank God. Her plans have reached the Gotham River.
That's very misfortunate.
Bruce, are
But knowing Batman, he received
I'm fine.
the formula for Titan just in the nick of time. Now we have the Ultra Batclaw. What this does is that it's basically like the original Batclaw, except we can grapple onto some of the harder stuff, like rock walls. We can break down. It's really handy, because instead of only being able to break like grates on the wall, you can break rock walls that basically the explosive gel can do, but it's from a distance, so it can't. Whereas Batman can take the noise. And you have to be really good at leap of faith. And so there's another set of areas over here of islands, and I think there's either 1 or 2 Riddler trophies. Although one of them's right there, and there's another one along the way. It's a little bit out of the way, but since we're in the area, I'll just collect it anyways. I like that they gave us an overview of the landscape. And then there's Gotham City over there. It looks like it's in turmoil, which it is. Then I may or may not do a walkthrough for Arkham City. I don't think so. Well, I might. I like it. It's just that some parts are really hard for me. I'll have to practice it and suck it up, of course. But anyways, it's Leif Erikson Day, so happy Leif Erikson Day, everyone. Ding ding ding. So yeah, we can all appreciate Leif Erikson because he spread English. Well, the Vikings form of English that turned into our modern day English. And yes, AP Human Geography has taken an effect on me. So we have a new challenge because we collected this trophy. Now we have to make our way up, then do something else, of course. And also, there's also like a super grapnel that Arkham City has, and it's like so handy. It's like way better than the other one, right? The regular grapnel look. And this is pretty hard over here trying to actually land correctly. Oops. That's a fail. And will we make it this time? The world may never know. But hopefully we will, because we didn't. It's like table flip, because I don't want this to like go on forever. You know, they say third time's the charm. Or not. The third time's never the charm. It's either the second or the fourth. Let's hope it's the fourth this time, because the second time we failed. And we land over here anyways, so whatever. And then there's some more henchmen over here. And there's some spores. You take those out. You don't have to, but they give you experience points, so why not?
Batman, I've been running a simulation on the damage Ivy's plants will do if they reach Gotham.
They won't get that far. My antidote will stop them and Ivy.
I hope you're right. I'm here if you need me.
There's a couple more spores over here, and then there's a couple other goodies we can grab real quick. And I'm out anyways, so enjoy the rest of this video, and I will see you for part 15. Later.